It's time for this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how to make people think you're a scientist. Always buy large quantities of bleach, tinfoil, and those antihistamines that make you feel a bit drowsy with every purchase at every shop you go into. Nip into public bathrooms with your sample kits. Wait outside the stalls whilst people piss and shit, and then rush in as they walk out of the stall. Leave the door open though so they can see what you're doing, and then start shouting stuff like, "I can't lose it!" And then start rubbing the toilet bowl with your cotton buds and get them into your little plastic baggies. Label them up, and then ask the depositor their name and age. They may not all be so forthcoming with the information, but they will most likely ask why you're doing this, or what is it you want to know? And you simply tell them, it's okay, I'm a scientist. And why would they doubt you? Whenever you're asked a simple question, always start your answer with, well, according to sources. Get about in one of those coats that fellas that sell meat out of the back of estate cars wear, one of those white long ones. They're most likely cheaper than the scientific counterpart, and the general public are going to struggle to tell the difference. Have a stopwatch with you at all times. Just be careful not to wear it around your neck, because people may suspect you of being a paedophile, or worse yet, a PE teacher. Teach your dog how to smoke cigarettes like the scientists of yore. Whenever anyone is doing anything that you disagree with, explain to them that it causes cancer. Smoking ciggies, it causes cancer. Using a mobile phone near you causes ball cancer. Walking in behind your car whilst you're trying to reverse out of a particularly tricky parking spot causes lung cancer from the fumes of your dirty car exhaust, which you can then go on to explain that the pipe is dirty because it makes the car function better by adding weight, which keeps it marginally closer to the floor, granting better control due to physics. Attend funerals and explain to some of the younger guests who might be new to the funeral game the rough time frames of decomposition or the speed at which the body burns if, that's what's being done by, I suppose, what you would call heathens. Talk about the bonding processes that happen during the time the cadaver's in the ground. Be sure to call the dead guy a cadaver too, because it sounds a lot more scientific. If you don't actually know this stuff, you can just make it up. As long as you explain it confidently, they should just accept the information due to their heightened receptiveness, seeing as though they're most likely a little bit overwhelmed and may not have completed formal education yet. Sniff stuff, then get a pencil out and scribble it into a notepad. Communal gardens where the elderly dry their washing. Fruit in other people's shopping trolleys. And the coats of dogs you see in the park. When people see your pencil, they'll know you mean business. And they will know you're in the business of science. You could always stand outside the pound shop with a little amp and microphone and sing to the people. And what better thing to sing than a song by a doctor, just with some words slightly altered. And trying to understand the world. And I like the goggles that they look through. What's air? What's light? I've got a new barometers and they're both mine. I need a spectrometer. One's air, one's light. I'm giving cigarettes to my dogs. Marlboro are their favourite brand. I rub shampoo into both their eyes and I noticed that they wince and they can bite as their face gets wetter. I find the less suds the better. Soap in the eye. My missus, she hates me now. She says I've gone too far. Stress testing the furniture in the back room with bowling balls. And I find fabric is weaker than leather. Whoa. Wow. A couple have bounced through me window.
Whoa. Ooh.
In a straight line. I plugged up my Bomo with some cold meats. You know they didn't stay cold too long. Corned beef, that's right. 'Cause I misheard it as spam shitter and I thought maybe I could try making it too. She left that night. I bought a couple Bunsen burners. I light 'em and I watch 'em glow. The neighbourhood experimenter. What can you drink through clothes? Can a hamster survive my shredder?
Oh. Ah.
Can I soil myself in this weather?
No. Yep.
Can I find why my wife lost a figure?
Bitch of a wife. That's my wife.
What
Bitch
if
of
I
a
drink
wife.
from the
Miss my wife. Miss
river?
my wife.
Sharon, I do really miss you.
It's his wife.
Now, obviously, you'd have to ask some of the local tramps, I think, to help you do the little harmonies and that in the background chatter. But otherwise, I think people might hear your rendition of Dr. Hook there and start to think that you are, in fact, a scientist. And that's the end of this week's Here's How. Have you had a look at the new shirts I've been doing? I've just done a grey alien splitting his cheeks for you so you can look at his square bumhole. Go and have a little look at that. You might like what that looks like and want to wear it out and about. And have a look at the Noah's Ark shirt as well, because I can't show that publicly because it's animals walking up a ramp 2x2 into someone's bumhole.